It's a beautiful day in the city of Kings and Queens, and this is episode number 14 of the Screenshot Podcast. I'm joined here with my, by episode number 13.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna keep rolling. It's episode number 13, not 14. And so anyway, I was saying with my brother here, Joseph, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Joel.
Whatever, you know. Just,
No one cares.
No one cares. Yeah, I've got my co-host, Melinda Joey. For those that don't know what she does, like myself, she does her best.
That's all I do. I do my best in this life.
Yeah, she does her best. But njengabafundisi as usual, asikhambi sodwa. Yeah. We are joined by a comrade here. We're actually going to give him time to introduce himself. Yeah, tell people who you are, what you do, where you can be found.
Good opportunity to advertise my business. Huh?
Exactly, it is.
I'm Michael Ndebele, Prozac, in the art circles. Mm-hmm. I do printing media basically. Right. So we print everything that you can see: t-shirts, banners, cars, everything. We're into branding and marketing.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So without further ado, we're just going to get into the topics of the day.
So there's something that caught my eye recently. Mm-hmm. It was about Jackie Chan and disowning his daughter because she came out as gay. And
yeah.
So it got me thinking, what us as Africans, as black people, as young parents, what do we think about this? Like, would you disown your child now when you don't have a child? Mike, do you have a child?
I do, actually.
So if they came out, they're like, Daddy, what would you do? Would you disown your child? Or like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think people are judging Jackie Chan from an American perspective, not from a Chinese one.
Yeah.
Because we should need to remember that he went that side as a coolie. So in China, probably disowning that child is nothing.
It's a conservative society.
Yeah, it's a conservative society. So, and they are more like us here. So unfortunately, Africa is the most confused continent because we try to adapt other cultures. So at the end of the day, we're found nowhere. I think that's Africa's biggest problem, because if you see Europeans have their Christianity, they've been with that from Kudala. Indians have had their Buddha, they are still with Buddha. I mean, Muslims have always had that, things like that. And then Tinalapa, we now want to adapt Christianity, we want to adapt Islam, so we're really nowhere. So that reflects when it comes to even issues of homosexuality. In Africa, it's a no-no. It's a no-no, really, but because we're watching movies where that stuff is being done, we're now trying to adapt it and make it seem as if it's okay. No, you can't offend them. No, it's stubborn. It's a no. It's a no-no to us as a culture. Yeah.
It makes me think of that video. I'm sorry.
Which one's that?
Are you gay?
Oh, yeah.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay? But it just shows us as Africans, because that man was seriously asking.
You didn't know. You genuinely did not know.
He was not playing.
Yeah.
It's
like, you are gay.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Yeah.
She was trying to... No.
Oh, yeah, transgender.
Yeah, because the person of it was trying to explain, like, no, I'm not. Why are you gay? Like, it kept going back, reverting to, because that in Africa, homosexuality is kind of
it's a taboo
topic, and
yeah. Okay, but remember, your question is it's not really about the right and wrong and the acceptability of being gay. It's you. As a parent, if your child came out to you and said, mdala semfuna machita, hey, timer, I'm into women, your daughter, what would you say? And the funny thing is, in as much as being gay, sorry, when I use the term loosely, because I'm assuming like it's the LGBTQ, and like there's so many things within that spectrum, right? So when we say gay, like we're just using the term loosely. As much as it's a no, and it's taboo here. Well, let's not act like people are not coming out of the closet.
That's true.
You know,
they are.
and those are people's children.
Exactly.
So what are their parents saying? You know? So, yeah. To be honest,
I think it's a quandary. It's very difficult. As a parent, I think it's it's like finding out your son is a murderer. You don't throw him away because he's a murderer. No, it is.
At this point, I must say that the views of the people here,
They're our own.
They're our own.
views. No, because
Yeah.
every parent, we all want our children to do well in school. We want our children to be well behaved. We all want our children to do the right thing.
Yeah.
The same way our parents wanted us to do right. So we did wrong here and there, but I'm sure we were working within certain confines of where they wouldn't really necessarily disown us.
No, yeah.
So that's why I use murderer as an example. That's something that's extreme. And I'm sure it will strike you the same way. Like, oh, my son killed someone. Oh, my son is gay.
Okay, can I add something? So, me now, what I've noticed these days, this kind of younger generation is very experimental and they go with the flow type of thing. And you see how many bi people are coming out, like especially with celebrities. Most of them are always now coming out as bisexual. It's now kind of like
Especially
a trend.
women, I guess.
Yeah, it is a trend.
Yeah.
It's not like a trend to not be straight. So for these other ones now, it's cool to be, especially for girls to be attracted to girls. Yes, I like girls, I like guys type of thing. And so I don't really think some of them are
really that.
I think they're experimental. So if it was my child, it might take me a while to accept, if I'm being honest. And it might take me a while to accept. Maybe I might not have grandchildren. I know.
Oh, you'll adopt.
I know these days there are ways,
Yeah.
we see women having like batting.
But is that relevant to Bulawayo, Zimbabwe?
I feel like it's
that's relevant. I think that's where the problem is. This is a trend, the American trend or whatever it is. Yeah, insemination. Is it really being done here? I don't think so.
I mean,
what do you call it? Like using surrogates and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
an artificial insemination.
Yes.
Where you go to a sperm
in
bank and you select
Bulawayo, yes.
I think it is.
I know.
Oh, really?
I know
Yeah.
a person who's been a surrogate here in Bulawayo.
Chambon.
So are they getting paid proper money or they're just doing it for?
I don't really know the details about how much they were paid, but they took care of everything from obviously the medical bills and then usebhadalwa for what umsebenzi usejobini. That's work.
But who will be the biological mother?
They find an egg because I'm not really sure, but I think probably it was a same-sex couple.
Oh.
And so they also do egg donations. So you donate iqanda, they take one sperm from one of the men, then they put it inside.
Yeah.
Damn. But I wonder how the upbringing of that child will be.
But also other women just can't have babies and love.
Yeah.
So
it's always been there.
It's not about.
It's always been there.
It's not about why he's gay and stuff. Yeah.
I wonder how the upbringing of that child will be, growing up with two mothers or two fathers. Already, their view to life is already.
No, but I mean, it's not like their view of life is bad. It's different. But the funny thing is, in as much as I'm assuming like we grew up in families where like there's a mother and a father and then there's kids, right? That is our normal. For them, maybe that's gonna be their normal. And when I say like
And then
that's what you're exposed to.
But you have that child who's growing up with father and father going to school with your child, and then your child says, "I want to go to a sleepover to my friends," and then you'll say,
"Do you know what fanana land make? Laba bakhule ngelabo baba ke like you."
But they still knew good angina baba, but the normal is father and mother.
Mommy, daddy, and I want mommy. Yeah, feel like
There's a story that the child was told about their father. So they had something to hold on to.
but I'm your mother and this is your mother.
Like, yeah, and kids are so impressionable.
Yeah, and especially these kids these days, and it's like all around us.
Okay, so say you have a son who's 12 and he has a friend who's same class, and then say funa ukuhamba ku sleep over to a family of father and father.
No, but personally, like, we obviously, I think in our current, some of us wouldn't allow it. But also, I mean, how is it different from the other times where, like, you guys wanted to go for sleepovers at some other and your parents refused? Now, I came from that kind of family where, like, my mother wouldn't just say, all right, Hamba. They'd be like, no, why aren't your friends coming to your house?
Yeah, but the reasoning behind we are like Gamasalu.
Yeah.
Okay, what if a Hamba Wabanya, like he has 5 friends, and then the other 4 are normal families, and then the 5th one. And then you've been saying yes, 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 yes. And then the 5th one, what do you say? Or they go there and those people happen to be cool.
Yeah.
And the child like, no, I like so-and-so's father and father. I want to hang out there more. Already it's messing you up.
But ultimately, like I'm saying, it depends on you as a parent and what you want to teach your child. All right, whatever's going on there, I don't want my child exposed to that, or I don't want them to think that that's okay or that's normal. You know, it depends on you and what you want, because
Which is your right as a parent.
Which is your right as a parent. You know,
your
you tell him like,
child
say no. Say no, you reserve your rights to.
If you feel like a same-sex couple is not something of
very
I saw
But if you want
but umntana kwena, I guys initially was come out umntana kwena.
Yeah. No, but
I think it's like pastors' children. No, can you see like it's like
trying to be
pastors,
politically correct, right?
pastors' children. Have you noticed most of them are naughty? But I'm sure those parents are teaching them the right way. So let's not act like what you say, like, no, that couple is not good for you. You are not in charge of your child's choices.
Sometimes the more you tell someone, especially a child, the more they want to do it.
We know this from
So basically these people are messing it up for everyone else. No, they are. They are.
This really, you guys.
No, they're complicating life for us.
It's not complicated.
It is very complicated.
Loud and proud.
No, but then they would also argue that they don't owe us an uncomplicated life. You know, so now to answer that question, I think let me be the brave person and say if my child came out of the closet, what would I do? I would not disown my child. That much I would be. I mean, I could be disappointed, but who needs disappoint abazali bethu?
Not like that.
There's no
like
limit. I mean, there's certain limits, certain levels. You know, like for example, if you go to Kami prison, right? There's prisoners there, and they get visited by their families. Do you think at some point, their mothers or their fathers imagined that one day I'm going to be visiting? No.
Yeah.
You know, they're certainly disappointed. You know, they probably said, you know what, you know, but yeah, they make the trip.
I feel like disowning is a bit extreme. To extend to, I mean, you gave life to this person. Disowning is
No, but there are people who've been disowned out there.
Yeah.
Some parents who don't talk to their children, you never come across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a guy on TikTok. I think his name is Ndoisil or something like that. I think he's originally from Bulawayo. He's now a TikToker.
That guy sounds like he's from Bulawayo.
Or Escotini or something, I'm not really sure. But his content, he sometimes talk about how he was disowned. I think, please if I'm wrong, correct me, but I think so. He was disowned when he was out as gay.
Because hey, the thing is, I have children. I love them. I love them, and I don't want to imagine what I would go through. But I think that's a bit
it's difficult. It's a test for you as a parent. That's what I'll say. The reason why I'm saying I want to disown my child is because I'm not a parent yet. Maybe who's I change? You know, chances are maybe this point of view will change.
Yeah.
But my idea is, as long as I've got a child from the minute they are born, to the minute they die or I die. I'm responsible for their life.
Absolutely.
If I disown umtanami, uzagcina ngubani? You know, so I can express my disappointment, Siri.
At what age did this person come out?
I'm not really sure.
I think it also depends, because
Yeah.
if you're under my care, it's a bit different. But if you've moved out and all, it's a bit different then.
Yeah.
But to me now, right? I'm also, but it's a bit of. I say it might take me a while, but eventually I would accept it. I said it. I will accept it. I'll accept my gay child. I promise you, I would.
Because it's your kid, fam.
It's
I think if it's a girl child, it's easier to accept than
Even
a boy.
if it's a boy, I would accept it.
I think it's different. I think the way we look at homosexuality is different. I
Yeah.
think for a girl, it's a bit more acceptable as compared to a guy, because two girls can walk in town holding hands.
Yeah,
kiss
it's
each other
like
on the cheek.
women showing
It's
affection for each other
normal.
is socially acceptable.
But for guys,
But no, if I shake someone's hand and I feel like they held on for a bit too
Hey,
long.
hold it down for-
Show me. Yeah, we can't remember that how far. You know,
Right,
so
fine.
yeah, and another thing that we must take cognizance of, right? This thing is becoming more and more normal. Every single day. We're approaching a time, and I keep saying this to my straight friends, we're approaching a time when let's try for being straight. We are going to be persecuted for being straight.
no, it's already started. If you see like American politicians,
Yeah.
they're being asked what's a man and what's a woman. They find it very hard. Have you seen it on TikTok?
To even
Yeah,
ask
Yeah.
some people even like bring chromosomes into
Yeah,
it.
like I said, and I think I saw that video. I watched the full debate actually. When they were and there was basically, I mean, we're digressing a bit, but basically they were arguing about men and women's sports, right? Some people are trying to get men, men like to change that gender
To identify as a woman,
and then compete. So obviously, like women are now, like biological women are now at a physical disadvantage.
Of course.
So this guy is like, it's like they set up a whole commission and they're like, all right, tell us, what is the difference? Is there a difference between a man and a woman? And she couldn't answer.
And she couldn't.
Like,
This is like something you can ask.
like,
us.
and the guy, I think 5 times, he was like, look, it's a simple yes or no question. You know, you can say yes, you can say no.
Don't.
And she kept going on and on and on. And I'm just saying, like, we're fast becoming, we're approaching a time society where everyone, if you ask them that question, they won't be able to answer.
Okay, I have a bit of a
Yeah.
this thing that you brought up, and transgenders are now moving into women's sports, and why can't they have their own like category? You know, because men are physically stronger than women, and they have this what do they call it? They say scientifically when they take their pills and stuff, it doesn't
Like it's
make
biologic.
them as strong.
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
it's-
that.
yeah,
But
it's
imagine
estrogen.
Usain Bolt now running with latest
It will never
now
work.
identifies as a what? As a woman. It's not fair. It is not
Like
fair.
they actually did a study like in that same debate where they were asking this woman is the difference between a man and a woman. They were saying what's the world record for
women.
for women in 100 meters wakuluma. What's the world record for men in 100 meters wakuluma? And they're like, did you know that the world record your sprint has been broken by over 20,000 men?
It was like
Some of them in high school, you know. So obviously, like you'd have to be
A woman
all
would
sorts
never
of
win
ignorant,
anything.
right?
Yeah.
To then say that no, like just because I've changed my gender to a woman, it's like I don't have a physical advantage in terms of sports.
It's like
you know?
that swimming guy was ranked number 216 or something in the men's item. He transitioned and became a woman.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yeah.
This lady had worked all her life for that silver, but she was going to win gold. But
because
Who cast her? No one knew who cast her was until he started running with women.
yeah.
I'm not
that
really
guy-
sure. I thought Costa was a country.
No, I mean I don't
No,
understand.
Casper
When
was
I'm
a-
keeping score, what do they see? I think that's the simplest question.
How cast her Mangunda?
She had
Casper
both.
why legacy, and then she actually.
really?
Well, I'm saying she, out of respect for her, she then underwent a surgery, gender reconstructive, whatever they call it.
Oh.
Right. And now she's a woman, biologically.
And then they put her in a dress. I've never seen anything so cringe.
Yeah. But your question is very important. Like, should they create a trans league for sports?
They don't want that. They want to be women.
Yeah.
Oh, they want to be men.
Now
That's the
let
problem.
me tell you why I think they can't do that. They can't do it because if they do that, it then defeats the purpose of them being transgender in the first place. Because if I'm saying I'm identifying as a woman, I'm not saying I'm identifying as a transgender. I'm saying I identify as a woman.
But the messed up part is, if you want to see how selfish they are, we never get a woman who wants to change to be a man,
Exactly.
and then
And
to go and
compete
compete with men.
in
They don't.
sports.
They don't.
What is that?
Because they want.
Because it's pointless,
It's never
bro.
happened.
But I don't really have a problem with LGBTQI plus what. And
Yeah.
my problem is when it's like now being shoved down our throats. Like,
And they do that a lot.
That is literally my problem. But anyway, how a person chooses to live, how they choose to identify, what they choose to, who they choose to be their partner is none of my business. Lami, I don't want someone looking into my own things.
What you're doing in your house, in the confines of your house.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to like shove it down someone else's throat. Is all I'm saying. So.
No, I don't know. I've always felt like it shouldn't be necessary for a person to make their sexuality their identity. It's like mina ngantanda bafazi. Should it be very obvious that no, this guy is into women? You know, it gives the wrong impression. You know what I mean?
They try to show like.
I understand that for them, it's there's a bit of struggle involved with but I'm like, it's not necessary.
But where is the struggle? I think they can just identify each other.
I got you. It's a struggle.
How is it a struggle? They identify each other and they do what they do without trying to, because even the way they dress or the way they walk, especially men who try to be women, they now start overdoing this with their hands. And everything is exaggerated.
Women don't act like that.
Women don't act like that. Everything is exaggerated because they're trying to show us. We don't want to see that.
Yeah,
They're just born like that, guys.
I don't think so.
I'm distancing myself from
this very controversial.
Yeah, because I don't know myself. Eh?
You don't know yourself?
No, I'm saying I don't.
Or you also want to. You're on a journey.
No, I'm saying I don't know their experience.
No, it's okay. This is a safe environment. You can tell us.
This didn't feel safe. You people were ready to disown your children if they came out of the closet. No, I'm saying like in as much as you're saying, look, but they were born like that. Or, I myself don't know. You know, so again, and as far as that is concerned, I feel like my opinion on it is irrelevant. Now, where I'm concerned is when they try and bring us into the equation. But more importantly, what I'm afraid of is like I said earlier on, kids are very impressionable. You know, and recently, curriculum. And I'm like, is it
Sesame Street?
Exactly.
Who was gay? Was it Oscar?
No, I don't know whether it's Superman or Batman. One is now being turned gay. Is it Batman?
Yes, one of those superheroes, exactly. Yeah.
Either Superman or Batman.
Superman does. Yeah. You know, so I'm like, is it really? I understand what you're doing, right? You know, it's your truth. But is it necessary to then like impose that
on kids
in the name of education?
They might argue Guti, you're also imposing straightness on kids.
How do you do
like auntie, the hero falls in love with a beautiful woman, saves her and stuff. So they might say you're imposing what straightness on the kids. Let them be free. Let them see other versions.
But all this content that kids are consuming is determined by their parents. You know, you dropped off your kid at school and you're picking him or her up. Later on, trust me, I can assure you, I could be wrong. I can assure you, you didn't think that at some point they were taught that they were taught how to be gay, for lack of a better phrase. I mean, when you ask them, how was your day, what did you do? We had English class, we did history, we did maths. You know, like The day they say, I learned about gay people today, I can assure you're gonna throw a fit. Because you'll be like,
True.
yeah, well, you'll be like, hi. You actually drive down to the school.
Maybe.
Like,
No, maybe I'll
and then,
maybe my kids do need to learn that.
No,
okay.
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
All
no,
right.
no.
No, I'm hearing you out.
Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. To prepare them, Pella, because we did say the world is now changing and people are coming out more and more and more. Maybe also not towards to breed homophobic babies. I'm just saying, homophobic kids. Maybe they need to know what these things. It's now happening. Let's just accept it. So people are
I've accepted that.
Do you know
it's
what? It's
happening.
like introducing.
out loud.
It's like
Yeah.
introducing a new sport to a school. At the beginning, there were no children playing that sport. Now that it's been introduced,
Yeah.
people now play it.
The
So if
fact
you
that it's now
introduce
an
it,
option.
people.
but
So you are actually
That's a
turning more
tricky, yeah.
kids gay by introducing that.
Do you guys believe you can turn someone gay though?
Absolutely.
You don't believe some people are born like you can. Nah, Mike. I think I can turn you gay.
Not me.
not
Not me, but
Actually, that's the important. I don't
at a
think you
young,
can turn a person
they
gay.
can. People can be
Because they were
influenced.
already gay, Pela.
No,
They just discovered it.
Kids are experimental.
Yeah, true.
Kids are very experimental, and when they're young and they're exposed to these funny things in the name of trying to catch the trend or doing what's so-called whatever, they do that. That's why there are more lesbians and gays now than there were before, because before it was strict. Those people who were gay could die. Now those were really gay. Because there was no
gay
chance or
angempela, man.
opportunity.
But
But now it's just out there. People can say,
pioneers of
again,
gayism.
it's like, can you turn someone to be a prostitute? Circumstances can
but
lead
true.
you to that.
True.
I don't think anyone wants to be. Hey, you can't say I was born in a hole. No.
Yeah.
But because of circumstances, you can turn into that. So that exposure,
Yeah.
it's really messed up.
We are definitely gonna get cancelled for this, but you know it's fine. You know it's okay. These are our opinions.
It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
It's our own.
Yeah.
No, but
It rendered us speechless.
Yeah.
Especially the last statement. I was born
okay.
Yeah, but I'm still saying, guys, it's not necessary to put that into like the education system.
It's not.
Yeah, and you see the extent that it's now going. I feel like for a long time, the world hasn't really had a serious problem. I mean, the problems have been there, but it hasn't been to the extent like they haven't had a serious problem with people that are gay, people that are lesbian. But when it then incorporated other people within the spectrum, especially transgender people. For example, I'm not sure how far it went in South Africa, but they wanted to introduce trans toilets in schools.
What's that?
Yeah, one.
Schools.
Exactly. At school, like in primary schools, high schools, whatever. So if your daughter is at either it was trans toilet, no, it was co-ed toilets. Sorry, trans toilets. I don't think that's the thing, but yeah, co-ed toilets, meaning that tanako, if she's using the loo or a changing room, whatever, it's possible that someone that when you're looking at, I want to know you know, but they identify as a woman, you know, they've got that excuse, you know.
You see, that's where my problem is, because when you find these gays, it's always the guys who want to use the ladies' toilets. How come there's no woman who identifies as a man who goes into the men's toilet?
Because they
Why
know
is it
guys won't
always-
complain.
Guys would complain? I don't think so.
Yeah, guys won't complain.
They won't complain. How come it's always women,
Yeah.
these men who want to go into women's items? That's why you see
Yeah.
that this thing is not really balanced. It's not really a genuine thing. It's not a genuine thing. It's not. It's like these vegans. They went to this restaurant and then they went to a bash. Like, why do you guys sell meat? You guys don't eat meat. It's fine. Do it on your own. And that's fine.
True, true.
So
Is it the guy who banned?
who ended up buying them? Yeah, he ended up banning them from his restaurant.
He said no vegans in his restaurant. But weirdly enough, why don't vegan places offer meat options? but they want meat
yeah.
places to offer vegan options.
Exactly.
That's the
They're
same.
so adamant
Exactly.
about.
That's the same thing
But
with
you
the,
never go to a vegan shop and be like, so you guys, I love my pork chops or something like that.
You see?
I mean, that
You see?
if we're trying to be inclusive, let's
be inclusive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
So the day we start seeing these gay women trying to use men toilets, then maybe it will start making sense. But for now, it's just people are trying to take advantage. That's what I think.
I feel like we was right. One day a line will be drawn.
Exactly. Well, yeah,
Like,
and
you know.
and they will overpower straight people, man.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
will.
They
Because
will,
you
yeah.
can't, can you see this podcast here? You can't have it speaking the way we are in
Yeah,
America.
in another, exactly.
You can't.
In fact, there's very high chances that when even in Zimbabwe, India, so on, I'll be very interested to see how the comments are over the weekend.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'll be very keen to see.
Hate speech, homophobic,
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah,
And
that's just my
they're
opinion.
coming, and we're approaching a time where just being straight and expressing that you are a straight person is interpreted as homophobia.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. It's how, like, some people, if you go to South Africa, someone says no, South Africa for South Africans. They didn't say jack squat about foreigners, but you automatically assume they're xenophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. So I feel like as far as this thing is concerned, all this has been for the longest time is just people trying to impose whatever they believe on other people.
Exactly.
You know, straight people doing it to homosexuals, and then homosexuals also doing it to straight people as well. There's no right or wrong. You know, when I do, but now which one do your thing?
But I
Just
think
don't
what's
impose
right
it on
is
other
not
people.
imposing
Yeah,
whatever you do. I don't think straight people really impose straightness
I don't think so as well.
on gay people.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm straight as well, I don't see it. But I don't walk around with my wife trying to show people that, hey, we kiss, you know. But gay people now.
But
on
one
the
might
outside-
also then argue that maybe what gay people are doing is what conventional straight couples do as well.
Exactly.
Such as what?
You know, like-
Exaggerate, walk and
No.
No, that's a bit extreme. You know, but you know, like how you post your wife
Going on a date.
or
with
going
your
on a
wife.
date. Yeah, you know,
Walking
like they are
down the
doing
road.
normal straight people
Is
stuff.
it legal in Zimbabwe? Is homosexuality legal?
Not yet.
Last I checked,
It's
it wasn't.
not.
Eh?
Okay, so it's like, do you know what?
Yeah.
Smoking a cigarette.
I think it might.
Now
I
that-
think it might.
No,
yeah.
it's not. Legally, I don't think.
No, it's not legal. I'm
For
saying-
now, it's not, but I think
Okay.
it will soon.
So what I'm saying is, smoking a cigarette is legal. Someone can walk in town smoking because that's legal. Because we need to draw the line. So let's let the Constitution draw the line then.
that this is where you
Smoking a
actually-
cigarette when you're walking in town, you can do. I can't walk around smoking weed because it's illegal.
Yeah.
But I'm just smoking weed the same way that person is smoking a cigarette. But this
So
weed
those
is
people are
illegal.
just a walking
So
crime.
they're walking crime. They are.
Just saying.
So it's not my opinion now. It's the Constitution. So
And the funny thing is, you used a very interesting example. In as much as smoking cigarettes is very, very much legal in Tetuen, I've rarely, if ever, seen a person just light up a cigarette in jail. Anywhere, especially in public.
Oh, so
Yeah,
okay. okay.
they usually first try to check and see their surroundings. Like, cigarette, I mean, like, will it affect the next person? Like, you know, yeah, like I mean, of course, it's also a health thing, hey. But yeah. I feel like with this thing comes there's a lot of responsibility involved. Yeah.
and they need to know that what they're doing is foreign to us, like
Yeah.
okay, to most people.
Yeah.
So they shouldn't really try rubbing it because sometimes you get offended. I was with my friends one time and they were doing their thing and we were getting livid. And this one guy is like, "But why are you guys getting offended?"
Yeah.
We couldn't answer, but we were.
Yeah.
So I think they need to soften the blow a bit.
Ease us into
Yeah.
it.
You know?
Yeah.
Little by little.
Yeah, but I feel like we need to end the podcast on a positive way.
Yeah, hey.
So I asked, do you guys have anything positive to say about whatever we've been talking about? I've been learning really.
I've said
Yeah.
positive. Like, live your truth. Yeah, do it. That's positive.
Don't impose it on our children. I think
Yeah.
that's the big, not on our children.
Yeah.
Because now it's messed up. You have to check the cartoons that they are watching or
Yeah. Because you don't know
You
what's,
don't know.
what's,
I have
what's,
to double
what's,
back.
yeah.
Mike, you never answered the question.
Oh yeah, you
What
didn't
else?
answer the question.
I think I asked him like 3 times.
Yeah, he's the only one that didn't answer the question.
Would you disown your child if they came out as gay?
You're allowed to say you're not sure.
I'm trying to be as honest as I can be.
Yeah.
I think it's very difficult to disown your child because you've known them your whole life. Like
Yeah.
their whole
They're
life.
holders, yeah.
Since they were born. So you really can't just because you're this, but it will be very difficult.
Can't switch off your.
You can't switch off your love just because you can't.
Because of
So most probably not, but it will be very, very difficult.
Yeah.
this is like it.
Okay, so he wouldn't, I wouldn't, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't disown my child.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
All right.
And I did say I would eventually accept.
Okay.
No, but it's all hypothetical, so that's why it's easy to say I would. But when it hits you, but I think women are more accepting.
I have a problem with being gay.
Are you gay?
Why am I gay?
No, she's not gay. She's bi.
Hey,
Hey.
it's trending.
All right. Actually, guys, you know what? I feel like you've said a lot that will get us cancelled. So let's say something that's let's talk about something that's a bit popular. E-creator.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Did it really crash though? Because
Yeah,
It's a
apparently
Ponzi
it did. I don't know what exactly it is.
is that positive though?
It's not positive, but it's relatable.
What?
You know.
No, what if there's a gay person who lost money in e-creator?
Yeah. Imagine you're gay, your heart's broken, and you
E-creator.
and you're an e-creator as well.
But guys, I don't think we ever learn from these things, especially
we
our
don't.
parents.
Yeah.
Our parents never learn.
But they're
But
gullible.
They never learn. Like the pyramid schemes, and it's like you see someone who's earned $600 and now you also want to earn. But the backlash, as much as like what the people at the top are the one earning and that recruited you. Now you're recruiting other people and bazokushaya. Silas badala. Bazalichaya phandle.
Everyone wants that easy money.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
yeah.
such
Especially
thing as
in,
easy money.
in countries like Zim, where we're economically unstable.
We really are.
Yeah, yeah. You know, so now that's why I'll never judge slave queens and baddies. You know, they are doing what they can with the assets that they have. Yeah. Kudos to you guys. As cool as what?
Layer campaigner.
I'm comparing Joanna, my dear. They wouldn't want me.
Uleshisanyama.
Hey, I want Chizanyama. I don't have it.
Yeah, guys, come to Eyatini Saturday and Sundays.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, if you're a baddie, you get free meat. Not mine though, it's taken, but yeah.
This man is on a mission.
That's how it is. But I at least you were now laughing. Yeah.
I've been thinking about 10 minutes ago, huh? Hey.
But I think with the e-creator thing, I think if you had to join any business, whatever money-making scheme, you have to understand the business. Where is the money coming from? Where is it going? And how are you making a profit? I think that's very important before you start joining any scheme. So money has to come from A, it has to be used in place B, and it has to make profit C. If it's not making sense or it's funny, then it's most probably a Ponzi scheme.
I know people who join every scheme esibakhona. They lose out, they go back, they lose
Then they
out.
try another.
This one is now different. Hayi lokho vele akufani la lokho. And then there's also this notion yokuthi kulabanye ababe scam abantu eGwabalanda ngama $2. Kuthiwa bazaphiwa grocery mbe worth about $400 in.
From
so
$2?
Yeah, from $2. So they'll be taking $2. People will go sign and stuff like that. And so this is what my mom said. Yeah, $2 yakwat, but I haven't ngilahleni $2 kuphela. Ngathi $2 yona le multiply ngabantu abangaki abasayini abangu 2000.
It's a lot of money.
Abantu elingabaziyo vele they are building houses and stuff like that. What is just $2, but in the grand scheme of things.
Wow.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of
One
money.
day I think I'll become a scammer.
Because people have realized if you scam with large numbers of money and
The questions are raised.
because if I say faka $30, when Zim it's hard to make $30 these days. But $2 saying I think
You can spare.
$500 or something like that.
Yeah, chilling.
Because babota abantu laba
Door to door.
Why don't they ever go to the suburbs?
I know, but I think it's because location, first of all, there's already that culture of which island is mine. And like people are used to if your story is good enough, and it seems like no, it will either help me or the community. And I mean, it's just $2.
But mina, it angers me
Exactly,
for someone
yeah.
to go enjoy.
And if
that
it's
money.
$2, they were really smart about it because $2 is money that I can give you.
That's
And
what
chances
I
are,
was
so much
I'm actually thinking of how I can do that.
yeah, I'm
Easy
like,
now.
that's what.
They were smart about it.
Yeah.
Even the approach of it and
Yeah.
lama ID. They even set up a course like ogogo belayinile babathatha lama picture. Like do you know the level of
So njalo ukuthi baswela ngisho ugogo eyiwani oloyayo khona
of
abongumthakaso ngabalungisa
Yeah,
kufike ukuthi
basebaphela.
ebaqatsi sebethethela imali.
Baqedwa ngama-trans.
bazenzela but labana kudos to them for ukucabanga because you know it seems so legit lapha usuhambisa i-ID yakho kulo muntu obhala phansi lapha iphepha probably alilahlela phansi akasuki babathatha amafoto behamba.
It's messed up.
People never learn.
But you have to be atlas because of gogo labo bani that you're
Yeah,
calling.
yeah, it takes a certain level of
imali from
handedness,
mama diaspora, they're the ones with the USDs.
Ngoba le mali.
Hey.
Bonus 8 bayabethumezela imali.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And it's just $2, like we
You
said.
know.
Just $2. Hey, we try to end things on a positive note, but
But it went left again.
Hey, Lano,
Yeah,
please,
I think it's just this one's gonna be a very memorable episode. I will
They'll
never
say-
forget it.
And people will be like, it's because of that guest. It's not me. It's not
No,
me.
you also walked into it. You know what? This is that episode that I think I'll be reminded of 10 years from now when I want to do something serious.
So ufuna ukuhamba e-UK,
Yeah, when I want to do something
And
serious.
the
But
internet never forgets, eh?
but when I play that
You know what?
you
And
then,
we talked about this last week, Uguti.
Yeah.
But sometimes your opinions change over time, man. But people
yeah.
will roll
So
back.
guys,
But
when
is
listening to
this
this,
your-
allow our opinions to change. You know? Yeah.
Especially Masters Funge UK.
Yeah, if you wanna do serious things, ask us what we think then. Don't judge us about what, based on what we think now. Aye.
Because now boyfriend yakho high school awuchadanga la.
Awuchadanga.
I see type yakho today. Your opinion changed.
Fair enough.
Anyway, on that bombshell, it's time for us to end the show. Yeah. It's been an interesting episode, one we will never forget. Longu Melinda, Joe, Longu Mike, Prozac.
Yes, sir.
All right. Just briefly, just tell people where the name Prozac comes from. I'm asking for them because I also want to know.
So I used to write poetry.
How?
Rap. So
Yeah.
my thing was my poetry would change your state of mind. So I want to movie. So then an injection. Then yeah. So that injection drug is called Prozac. So it alters your state. So mine was with my poetry, I'll alter your state of mind.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
That is deep on so many levels.
No,
Yep.
it's shocking for me to hear, knowing what Mike raps about.
That's
It
good
is-
stuff.
Don't tell me
It's
you
good
raps
stuff.
about female
Good
body
stuff.
parts.
He
Nah,
says
nah,
the
nah, nah, nah,
craziest thing. The lines of it are they're called.
Yeah.
You have to listen before you go. They
Yeah.
are
All right,
called-
I definitely
I've never
will.
heard anything like that. But you can hear when he's speaking now. The Ruti.
No, I'm some rap.
No, the way he thinks.
Yeah.
Imagine the things that she's saying.
All right, cool. So guys, nguye lo Prozac. Prozac wakhona nalo. All right, yeah.
I'm a fake gang signs.
With the, Anyway, it's been good. We'll catch you next week.
On next one.
Bye.
Thank you.